Hey there, my name is Zach Calhoun. Welcome to the High Ticket Recurring Revenue video series. In this video series, we're going to show you step by step how you can sell high ticket recurring revenue services for your agency or for your business. I'm very excited today because we are also launching a brand new tool to help you achieve this goal. So watch the video series, learn something new, and go apply it today and make more money in your local marketing context. Let's get started. Hey guys, what's up? Zach Calhoun here. I'm really excited to present to you today the high ticket recurring revenue series. This video series, the objective is to help you implement, input, install, and fulfill on high ticket recurring revenue services. Okay. It's a big deal, and these slides will be filled out over time over the course of these videos. But first, let's start off with what's most important, okay? What business mindset or what thought, how do I think to make this happen, okay? So it's really important that you know how to think before you know how to actually do and implement, okay? So when I talk about high ticket agency type services, what am I referring to? Okay. I'm referring to O. I'm referring to offers. Okay. So you see this O plus CM plus F equation. Okay. What's this stand for? And who cares? Like what is this? Actually, let's go ahead and see if I can turn on my camera here just for fun. Because I'm a live person. I'm the real deal here. Okay. Got my goofy glasses on. Hey, that's okay. So we have this formula of O plus CM plus F. Okay, so what this stands for first is you must have an offer. So let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about what's our offer, man. What are we offering here? What is high ticket, right? And when we understand the entire offer plus conversion mechanism plus fulfillment formula, we'll be able to really visualize and do what we're thinking about, okay? Because oftentimes what all of us are looking for whenever we first get something started is something very simple. It's like, can I make $10,000 a month with an offer, with a specific service or a series of services to a specific niche, okay? And then, of course, can I scale it to 100K a month? Okay, that is a question you should be asking yourself up front. And you got to kind of think it through and do some back of the napkin math before you even get started, right? It's okay to dream a little bit, okay? So if you haven't ever achieved this before, it may feel like impossible or really far away. Honestly, it's really not. You just got to be thinking about what you're going to offer up front, and then also do the math up front. So here's my point. If you were to sell on, say, Amazon, let's say you were to sell some stuff on Amazon and you sold something small that was worth, say, $10. Okay. You're like, okay, well, I would like to just put it on Amazon. It will sell for itself and it's be passive and it'd be easy, right? And then you just put it on there, and once you get up there, what happens? Well, you have Amazon takes a cut, you have shipping fees, you have Amazon FBA fees, you have your re-inventory fees, and before you know it, you realize, oh snap, I'm actually only making like $2 per sale on this thing. Well, now I got to sell like 10,000 units just to be excited about it, right? It's actually very hard to sell 1,000 of anything. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But whenever you sell high ticket, if you're selling, let's say something for, let's do a little line here and just exit out of this. If you're selling something for $2,000 a month, well, now all I need is 5 of these, right? So I need 5 clients at this number. Very, very simple. And if I can fulfill, so the F portion, if I can fulfill on these 5 clients, then I've easily hit my first goal, which is that 10K per month number, right? It's just simple math, right? It's actually easier to sell 5 clients than it is to sell 10,000 or 5,000 clients. Okay. So it actually is 5,000 units of something per month. Okay. It's very difficult to do because it's just the way marketing spend works and cost per impression. Every platform has a cost per impression. Okay. And every channel does, which is CPM, right? So cost for 1,000 impressions. Okay. Now let's get back to the offers. We'll talk about this CM conversion mechanism, and we'll talk about fulfillment. Okay. So what kind of offers can I offer $2,000 a month? And also, what else can I offer? Maybe it's around $300 a month. Okay. I don't know why I put a little period there, but you can just ignore it. Let's put a little eraser action. Oh, that's just a highlighter. Okay, well, I can't use this tool apparently, but I'll figure it out one day. All right, so what else can I offer at these ranges, okay? And then, of course, if I get paid more or if I get paid less, can I automate fulfillment the most I possibly can, right? All right, so let's just start off with a very simple offer at, say, $300 a month, okay? You could easily provide social media management, so social media where you schedule out social media for people. Like there's so many platforms like Facebook and Instagram and now TikTok and Pinterest and all these places where people want to be, but man, it's difficult as a business owner to like actually do all that and fulfill on that. It's kind of a pain, but they all kind of know inherently I got to be there, right? You can also build funnels and websites for folks, right? You could build higher ticket type services. You can charge $2,000 up front and have $300 a month be the management fee, etc. Depends on the niche and the client. You can also do what's called reputation management. Okay, you can basically manage someone's 5-star reviews. So what this means is that people that are local business owners are looking always to increase their marketing assets. And one of the biggest ones is Google Maps, right? And reviews. So if you can help them increase their reviews and then be the person that does that, then you can charge a premium for it, okay? Also, too, looking more at the higher range, more of the $2,000 type range per month and beyond. You can even have people pay per performance. You can build templates, etc., for funnels, etc. And then you can also you can run traffic. So you can manage ads, manage traffic through a few channels. Okay. It's very common to manage traffic for, say, Facebook or, say, Google for customers and send that stuff to built funnels you've built or you have templates you have, et cetera, and manage that. So and it's all about performance. So if your offer is bringing in $10,000 per month, or let's say it's $20,000 of leads, possible leads per month for your customer, then it's very easy to justify price point at that amount. Also, you can help what's called with local SEO services. Okay, so local SEO services is very simple. You make pages, you manage pages for certain specific keywords, and you have a certain amount of content that is produced per month. Okay, monthly, and also make sure that there's an upfront optimization. So optimization for these local pages, right? These are all this very common marketing services. And of course, as you help people, you can do things like you can obviously, you can create virtual tours for the listing. You can create media for them. You can have photography done for them. You can do drone video, etc. You can become the person, the resource who knows how to help them. Okay, so all these offers exist, and you've seen them before. And the reason why you've seen them before is because people want them and need them and are already paying for them. There's huge market space already, right? The small business owner, okay, is like 21 million small business owners or something like that. There's a lot of them. Okay, and they all need marketing services. Okay, so when you think about your business as a agency, a bundle of offers, you can offer these things, and really based on what the customer comes to you and says, this is what I want, this is what I really need, this is how I'm going to grow and be awesome. If you align your offers with what they think is really, really important, and build your case study Rolodex, you'll be able to have a really, really powerful offers that you can easily collect five accounts for. Okay, so here's some examples, and of course, I'm going to include 360 or 3D tours here because we do that at CloudPano. 3D tours. Okay, which helps clients get a full visual of their space. So I'm just showing some examples. Hope this is helpful and it gives your mind kind of flowing for what you could do. And I always say work backwards from the customer's problems, right? What are your problems? What's the biggest need you have right now as in your marketing? Talk to me. You tell me what's painful and I will relieve that pain. I'll go find a way to relieve that pain and come back to you with a price. Okay, you don't have to always have a price right away. Okay, so let's say you have these offers in place, or you have this a rough idea of some of these offers. I remember when I first was running some advertising for a customer, man, it was like, hey, listen, here's what I think I can do for you. Here's what I think we should probably charge, what it would cost. What do you think? I charged $1,000 a month, and I got to learn some of the stuff on the fly. Okay. But I would had someone pay me up front. So I had someone pay me up front and pay me monthly. So I managed this stuff for them. But that's how I got to learn all these tools. So it's essentially I got to learn on the go. Now that took more time than if I was like maybe investing in a program or a course or some kind of training, but I still got to do it, right? I got a customer validated it. So like if you're going to offer something, make sure a customer wants it. That's super, super important. Okay, next, let's talk about conversion mechanism. Okay, this is actually pretty simple, but when you're selling high ticket, okay, this is our subject of this video series. When you're selling high ticket, there will not be a self-serve environment where folks come to you and say, well, I've never talked to this person. I've never met them. I don't know much about them, but I'm just going to go to the website. I'm just going to subscribe for $2,000. Well, the reality is like people don't do that. At a certain price points, they stop self-serve subscribing. And what I mean by that is you have to have a demo, okay? You have to have a demo set up, and you need to have an organized demo, okay? This is really important. Like if you don't have a calendar already set up and an organized demo where you show off examples of what you're doing, that's not good, right? Your whole entire sales process, the booking a demo automatically, having a call with someone, building rapport, listening to their problems, making sure you understand what their real needs are, and then basically providing a solution based on their problems to get to their goal, what they're trying to get to. That demo process all builds rapport. And then when you send over a proposal, it has to look beautiful, has to be as automatic as possible. These systems have to be in place, right? And when they're in place, all those things help you. Like we closed a recent project that was really, really big. And the reality is that we just did it right. Every step of the sales process was well refined. We had a really good proposal. It was beautiful. We had well articulated value prop. We had pricing options that made sense and were very clear. And then overall, we just showed a lot of passion that we wanted to win the project, right? So I'm not going to reveal price, but let's just say that it was north of $50,000 for one customer. Okay, so be thinking about how your experience and the things you build, maybe in the short term, or the things you learn about and the case studies you build over time, and the logos you have on your website over time. Be thinking about how those things help you get the experience that you really need to go after the bigger fish, okay? And you got to be able to go just work through the learning process of some of these offers. And maybe you figure out, hey, I actually don't like doing SEO stuff. I don't really enjoy that. Well, that's okay, but at least you learn some of the process. And what we always talk about is fulfillment can be done by somebody else. I can find someone to do it. So I'm willing to take less of a margin per month if I can find an expert who's really good at this one specific thing, which could be SEO, it could be optimizing a page for SEO, it can be just like just Facebook ads or just Google ads. There's somebody out there who like loves it and just wants to just soak in it, and they're willing to partner with someone who can bring them customers, right? So be mindful of that. Like you can charge a premium, and you still have to pay a contractor to help you, obviously, but you don't have to do it all yourself. Like there's this mantra where if I'm going to charge this much, I better know every little aspect of it. Well, the reality is no, you need to find an expert who knows the little details. And you are responsible for this flow, the offer, the conversion mechanism, and ultimately the fulfillment will be something that you work out later on, okay? So let's talk about fulfillment. Really, really important and powerful. Once you actually get these two figured out, the offers become a lot more clear and, of course, easier to sell. Because at the end of the day, when you're having a demo with someone and during that conversion mechanism process, you got to have confidence. You got to show conviction. Hey, man, I'm here to help you. Here's what we do. Here's all we do. You can be a young guy, and if you're just focused, and you can say, listen, I am the nerd of this. I'm a nerd of Facebook ads. This is what I do. I love it. I will crush this for you. Even if you do also have somebody who runs it every day for you, you can still know it, learn it, know it, and then have that person and you partner on the fulfillment side. You keep the customer happy. He focuses on the actual fulfillment of making sure the ads are great and pushing, okay? So fulfillment of, let's just go down the line here, okay? There's different tools you can use, and I'll show you some tools later on this week for social media management. There's different tools you can use to build funnels for folks. And I'm going to show you some tools later on this week. So stay tuned. There's different tools you can use to manage reputation. And really, reputation management is really just some automatic communication to a customer. So, like, for example, I have a buddy who owns a pizza franchise. He owns like 25. I'm trying to get to 250. Really cool entrepreneur. But anyways, they're for their reputation management, when you finish, like when you eat a pizza there, okay, and you leave, you'll get a text that says, did you enjoy your experience? Can you please give me a 1 to 5 rating? Now, keep in mind, this is not a link to their review pages. This is a link internally that if they give you a 5, you get a response with, hey, I saw you're happy with your experience. That's so great. Would you mind leaving us a review on these 3 platforms, Google, Facebook, and Yelp? And if you do, here's the free coupons you're going to get for each platform that you give us a review on. And that is all automatically in place. So if you have automations, automatic emails, SMS, text messages in place, you can manage reputation for someone or for your own business. So for example, if you're a photographer and you do some work for a real estate agent and they have a good experience and you send over a link that says, will you give us a rating? We don't give them a rating right to Google. You give them, if it's automated, you want to make sure that you kind of capture those 4s and those 3s and those 2s and then make it right. Do whatever you can to like fix the problem, like help them, like make the next shoot, half off, whatever it is, to make sure that they give you a 5-star next time. But if someone who just loves the experience, loves you, loves the experience with you, eats the pizza and loves it, right? You'll want to capture that person's love in that moment and send them to the review page. And then, of course, incentivize them to give you a review. So that's called reputation management. All that can be automated. So I'm going to show you some tools on that later on this week as well. So for example, there's best practices for SEO. You can optimize pages, and of course, 3D tours you can create on CloudPano. So there is all types of things you can do, and you have to keep your mind open to those offers and keep your hands open to what you do. I do it all. I'm an agency owner, right? This is what I do. But the more confident you are in those offers, the more conversions you will get. Okay. So fulfillment wise, keep in mind, there's 2 ways to fulfill. Okay. There's through software, or I should put or plus, but either way is fine, or there's people. Okay. Some things, like for example, if you're going to run Facebook ads for someone, there's probably going to have to find an expert, a person who can manage this for you. And even it's okay to, like, as you're pitching someone, say, hey, listen, I have this client that wants to sponsor runs Facebook ads. What's the setup look like? So here's the 5 things you have to do to get set up. Cool. You can white label that or send it over to, or just like put your label on that proposal or scope of work or onboarding process and say, here's what we have to do. And you can even talk to that person and say, hey, listen, I for these clients, I'm trying to get as many as possible. I'm going to send them all to you. What's your rate? Okay, cool. That sounds great. Tell me like what it takes or what's required to do this. And whatever you tell me, I'm going to tell the client up front and try to close the deal. Sound good? And they're going to say, yes, sounds great. Because people who fulfillment people, folks that do awesome work out there in the world, they want more clients. They just want more people. They're okay with you bringing in the clients. And that's where their true power is and leverage is anyways. You have to bring in the clients, okay? There's also software. So I'm going to show you some really cool tools later on this week. But when you do these things, whatever you can automate through the customer journey, you want to automate. Whether it's customers coming to you or whether it's you are sending customers to your customers. Capturing leads, sending communication, and connecting customers. So lead generation, baby. I didn't put this here, but it's basically lead generation, lead gen is always going to be received very well. I'm an expert in lead gen for specific niche and affinity. So let's say you were talking to a gym, or you're talking to a hair studio, or you're talking to pick a niche. So you're talking to a wedding venue. I am an expert in lead gen for wedding venues. That's what we do. Okay, it'd be like, well, that's cool. Well, what do you mean? We have a full calendar. It's like, well, do you have a complete 100% full calendar? Because this is like what we do. And if they don't, then they need some leads, right? They need somebody to produce leads for them. And you basically are leveraging or finding ways to help them get those leads, right? And most of the time it's through simple advertisements in the right places, two great pages that capture leads. and then connects those leads to a salesperson internally with them. So once those are set up through software, et cetera, you become the resource, the person who's providing the leads, right? That's actually always well received for a lot of different business owners. So I love the phrasing lead gen. So keep that in mind. All right. Okay, cool. So we're going along in this video. This three-step need, or three formula need, O, CM, and F, offer, conversion mechanism needs to be tight, and then fulfillment, automated wherever you possibly can, will make high-ticket recurring possible for you. There's one thing you need. It's really, really important, and it will also dictate what goes into this formula. You're going to need an input, okay? And when I say input, and I'm putting a little arrow here, it's going to need customers, right? So either you have referrals that come to you, you have ads that people are fulfilling on and raising their hand for, or you're just out there selling, bro. And when you have that input, figuring out the offer to that specific niche becomes much easier. So you want to scale your input with a good offer that pays really well. So here I am, I'm going to go in yellow here. That pays well, okay? Or at least somewhat well, based on where they're at, right? So I have this big range here, $300 a month per, or $2,000 a month. And also, ideally, you can outsource 100%, okay? Outsource just means set up the systems and set up the people to run those systems, okay? Now, every time so don't get me wrong when I say outsource 100%, it's as easy. It's not what I'm saying. Don't misunderstand me. But you need to be aware of what your client's needs are. You're probably going to be very involved in everyone's setup. So the setup is always high effort. So I'm going to put a little arrow for effort, high effort, maybe I'll put a high arrow up for E. But the management, okay, we want to be low effort. Okay, that means your team manages it, which you pay them for, right? You need to have a team, think scale, or your software helps just fulfill it automatically. There will always be a problem of some kind. You have to help jump in and save. That's part of high ticket clients. But if you can lower your management and with people or with SaaS, the most you can, you're going to be able to scale. Because the goal is to scale to as many clients as possible. The goal is not to just have one client or a couple clients. It's to have a bunch, right? You focus on that part, increasing the inputs, right? So I'm going to highlight this here. This is where you focus as a business owner. You increase inputs, okay? That's where your focus is, and your team. We'll put it in purple. Well, I don't know, why not? Your team focuses on the fulfillment, the F part, okay? That's a very important mindset, okay? Because that's how you can scale and increase. And you'd be surprised, some people I just can't afford $2,000 a month. And some folks are it's only $2,000 a month? That's it? Great. Wow. You want to find more of those, okay? So, and it could be the exact same offer. It just depends on who the niche is, who the input is, okay? So, I hope this is helpful for you as you start to think through building out your agency. If you're going to charge high ticket, keep in mind it will require some expertise on your part. You're going to have to learn some stuff. You're going to have to try some stuff, and it's also okay to increase the inputs by, hey, how about I just do this for you for free for 7 days to try it out, see if you like it. Results up front always increase rapport and make that conversion mechanism more consistent. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, awesome. So next video, we're going to talk about this some more. I'm going to help you out even further. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this give you some clarity. And also, of course, go ask your customers, bro, what do you need? And then we'll work on fulfillment here in the future. So we got offers, conversion mechanism, and fulfillment coming. More info coming soon. All right. Talk to you soon. See you in the next video. Hey there. I hope you enjoyed this video. Over the next few days, we are going to be releasing more free content to help you in your local marketing context. My hope is that you learn so much that it's easy for you to go out and implement to your local current clients and gain and gather up new clients because of these new services. Also, at the end of this video series, we have a special new tool we are launching. So make sure you watch all the videos so you can learn all the context about all the things you can do, and then go use that new tool to profit in your local context. Let's grow and scale together. I'll see you there.